My final for advanced drafting. I'm now back in Mr. West class again, this time in advanced drafting, meaning that now I have more time to do the things that I want to work on, so I have complete freedom in what I want to do in the projects I choose. I enjoy this class really. I don't mind it being a 2-period class because I get to do the things that I actually enjoy and want to work on. So these are the projects I've done so far. This is a wrench I made and an Allen key. Those two were kind of the starters for the ultimate task, which was combining all these tools and making them into one do-it-all or one all-purpose tool for assembling a bicycle. There on the right, you can see both tools just being combined into one big tool to do all the things they can do separately. Down there you see a handle I made and 2 spinners I also made. The creativity portion of this was for this first project I had to combine both tools to make it an all-purpose tool. As you can see all the way to the bottom right, that's what I did. I combined all the tools so we could assemble a bike easily. The steps to choosing a project is first find something that interests me, start the research and document it in the OneNote, create a general sketch in the object I intend to make, start creating an inventor by using a reference or measurement that I took for the object. The documentation and research process was the first step is to choose the project. Research on the object, such as intended purpose and brief history of it, document it all into OneNote from start to finish, and then create an initial sketch to put in a OneNote for project reference. This is a picture of some of the research that I've done recently. This is for the handle I was making for a straight razor for one of my barber buddies. And right there is just the general idea of what I wanted to make. The making portion is, for the handle at least, the harder part was just getting something to use, like getting an actual handle and measuring it, but since I didn't have one on hand, I had to go and use websites dedicated to straight razors and finding proper measurements and the weight. And overall, the hardest part was finding the measurements, getting the weight and the curvature of the handle. This is just the final outcome of it all, really. This is the handle I ended up making, which was really ergonomic and had a proper weight and thickness to it, with just using measurements from online sources. The most current project is I decided to make a hand spinner. I did my research and sketches for it and used reference videos to create it. I had to make the casing and ceramic bearings. That was the first task. I saved it so I can make changes later on to the fitting made for the bearings. The creation process was I had to find measurements from online sources for the bearings because I didn't know how big the bearings were that I ordered. But I did have the general idea that they were all about the same, such as the picture at the bottom. I knew the outer portion was always 22 millimeters, which was standard. The only thing that would change was the 8 millimeters, really. And I had to start 3D printing and finding which fitting would actually work, and after that I would be able to print the spinner itself. The casing and test printing, I made the casing by using other people's measurements, and then the test prints to get the fit right. I had to do a force fit, and I had to do that so I wouldn't waste material just 3D printing case after case. So I did a couple trials, and then that was it. After that, I was able to 3D print the spinner itself and get the correct measurement for it. Here is the process. It shows the trial and errors right there, all those fitting checks that I had to do to get it just down right. There's also a picture of the 3D printing process and the outcome of it all, just a finished product. There's a video of it being 3D printed, just 3D printed portion. That's actually the second spinner I gotta make. Right there is just it's about to finish up. It takes about a good 20 minutes to 3D print. Here's the testing portion done by my friend. Took a video of it. And that's the final outcome right there. Just a 3D printed casing for the spinner, and the ceramic bearings were force fitted in there. Here's the outcome of every finished project so far. I'll take them, then mention it so anyone could replicate them, really. My future plans for this class is I would like to create something more complex and interesting. This is what I intend or want to do this upcoming semester. I want to improve on what I have done so far, but still keeping it fun. So, something fresh. The music was done by my good friend. He goes by Muffinologist. The song was Devotion. This is SoundCloud, so check him out.